Hey guys, welcome back for another root work reading. Today we're going to start with the Oracle deck and then we'll move into tarot. This is the Woven Spirit Oracle deck and I love it. Let's see what the collective needs to know for this reading. What wants to come out today to start us off? Abundance is coming out. These cards are so pretty. So pretty. So, all right, let's dive into the tarot to see what wants to come out with that. What do you want to tell us today for the collective? If you guys are enjoying this new style of reading, let me know in the comments. I'm really excited about combining tarot and then the nature cards. So it's spirit and nature. So if you guys are liking this, let me know in the comments. And we got the Chariot here and it's in reverse. So something is stagnant. The Chariot can also, in reverse, can also be about not having the right direction, not really knowing where to go next or what to do next. So you could be like at a crossroads. Let's see what else wants to come out. What else wants to come out? Ooh, so the Seven of Pentacles came out, which is all about investing in something long term. And then the Seven of Swords came out. And the Seven of Swords is kind of sneaky behavior. So, I mean, it can be strategy, it can be about lying, but it can also just be, since it came out with the Seven of Pentacles, that you're being strategic in your investments. Okay. But maybe you're not knowing which investment to take. Since the Chariot's here in reverse, maybe you are feeling like your investment isn't paying off. Maybe you feel like you're putting a lot into your investment or you were strategic with it and it's not paying off. We got the abundance card out, so I'm assuming that this reading is going to be very much about finances. So what else wants to come out here? What else? That's too many. Too many. What else wants to come out? Okay, so the Star wanted to come out. And the Star is all about hope, faith, inspiration. So, you know, keep the faith that your investment's going to pay off. And then the Eight of Pentacles came out, and this is in reverse. So we definitely have a progression here, though, with the 7 and the 8. But the Eight of Pentacles reverse is a lack of focus, procrastination. You know, maybe you're only doing something halfway. It's not your best effort. What is this? Clarify the 8. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Why is this here? Those all wanted to fall. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? So the High Priestess wants to come out in reverse. So this is a misunderstanding or some kind of confusion. It can be deception. It can be hidden agendas. It can be, but it could just also be confusion, not understanding why something isn't happening, you know, because we do have the Star here. So someone is holding on to hope that this is going to work out. So what else is here? Okay, so Justice came out. So whatever this is about, it looks like it's going to pay off. You know, whatever this investment is that you're making, looks like it's going to pay off. So what else do we need to know with this reading? What else do we need to know? So the Six of Cups came out in reverse. which is also about stagnation. So maybe this is not being able to move on from something. So maybe this is a work situation. Yeah, so the wheel is what ended up on the floor. I'm going to take it in reverse. So maybe this is a work situation that you're wanting to move on from, but you're having a hard time letting go of it. And the wheel here being in reverse is telling me that there's some kind of delay or some kind of stagnation with moving on, because maybe you're feeling like you put in a lot of investment into this and it's not paying off. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Seven of Swords out here, it's telling me that maybe there is some kind of deception going on or some sneaky behavior, because the High Priestess came out in reverse also. So that also is a card of deception. So you have two cards out here with deception. But you have Justice. So that's, and you have the Star. You have the Star and you have Justice out here. So that tells me that there is something. There is something. There is some kind of justice coming. There's, you know, the hope is coming. The justice is coming. So what else do we need to know with this reading? What else? Yeah. So the Three of Cups wanted to come out, and it's in reverse also, which can mean, you know, it's just disconnection. Maybe you're in a disconnection with your coworkers. You know, maybe you don't really get along with them very well. The Two of Swords fell out. So that's, it definitely can be that crossroads energy. Like I said at first, I was picturing the Two of Swords when I said that. It's definitely about choices. You know, maybe you have the choice to stay or you have the choice to go, and you're really having trouble with that Six of Cups reverse to move on to something new because you've put a lot of investment into this position. It's just not paying off in the way that you want. But even having that choice with the Chariot being in reverse here, that tells me that there's a lack of direction. You know, maybe you don't know, if you leave, where do you go, right? So Justice and the Star are both here. So let's see, why are Justice and the Star here? Yeah, the Empress. Yeah. So the Empress attracts. So maybe you're attracting in a new job and you don't know it. And maybe that's why the High Priestess is here in reverse, because it's hidden and you don't know it yet. Or you just don't know what your next opportunity is going to be. What do we need? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Yeah, so the Ten of Swords. So this is definitely something that has been weighing on you heavily. And Ten of Swords can talk about endings also, you know, so maybe this is something that is going to end or has already ended and you're feeling the loss of it, you know. Or maybe there was a betrayal. Maybe you feel betrayed because you put in a lot and you didn't get out of it what you wanted. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Okay. So the Knight of Swords wanted to come out in reverse. So this is, you know, it also a lack of direction card, but it's also impulsiveness and recklessness. So I think the advice here is saying, you know, don't be impulsive and don't be reckless with this decision. This Two of Swords energy, crossroads energy, you know. What else wants to come out? Yeah, the Hangman. So pause. Take a pause. really reflect on your decision before making any kind of formal decision. And just remember that the abundance card came out first. Justice is here. The star is here. So there is something. There is something. It's just, maybe it's just hidden right now. So what else do we need to know with this? This is my essential oils deck that I absolutely love. I do not recommend any kind of supplements or oils or anything. All I'm doing is using the nature cards and what they embody in the readings. So it's combining spirit and nature together. So what do we need to know? What do we need to know? So sandalwood came out, and sandalwood says unifies body, mind, and spirit. Ooh, what else wants to come out with this? So maybe that's where your next direction will be headed. And maybe that's why it's something that you can't see yet, because it's going to be something where you're using your gifts. What else? What else? What else? I know there's one more in here. One more. Oh, so myrrh came out. And myrrh says soothes, comforts, and brings transcendence. All right. I'm going to do one of these. This is one of my favorite decks. This is the Healing Energy Oracle deck. So let's see, what do we need to know with this reading from the energy? Goodness. It says, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest, and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. So that is awesome. That's so awesome. And you know, that can be also why the Empress card came out. You know, maybe it's just right now time to focus on yourself and to focus on nurturing yourself and that self-care and giving back to yourself, and really pour that into you to allow everything else to come in, because this says unifies body, mind, and spirit. So maybe that's just the hangman energy, that pause energy right now, is to just sit back and pour into yourself to let that abundance come in. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.